Hello, welcome to another episode on Spec's Tech. This might end up being a bit of a longer one because this device can do a whole lot of things. So we have the RG505 from Ambernick. Now this is an Android operating system and it runs, I believe, Android 11. Double check. Android 12 actually. It's got 4 gigs of RAM too. This costs about $150, but I found this on a retro handheld Discord for a little bit cheaper. I think it was more like $120. And I love this thing. This and the 351V have been my main gaming devices. I mostly use this for PS2, some light GameCube, mostly Smash Brothers, N64, Dreamcast, Pokemon Go, actually. That's been a top game on here is Pokemon Go using a PG Sharp. I'm not going to open it up because it'll say stuff at the bottom that'll reveal my info. Like, dox me. I don't want that. So, not really any 3DS. And also just some Android gaming. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the actual device first. It's using Switch-style joysticks, which are the most popular thumbstick to use out of China, apparently. They both got L3, R3. The buttons are really clicky and plasticky. I wish this thing would focus. And they're not bad. I like the 351V's buttons better. The D-pad on here is a lot better than the 351V, though. Definitely a lot better. Let me try elevating a little bit higher. Maybe it'll focus. But the D-pad's really nice. It can do good diagonals. Let me open up a fighting game. So here we are in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast. And I'm not exactly sure how to do a Hadouken. Yeah, we can do a Hadouken. I think we could do a... I'm just seeing what button it is, so I'll show you. I don't really play these kinds of games on here anymore. So... I can do Hadouken, okay? I don't know if I show you, because it's like... Does that have to show you? Skill issue, but the D-pad's good. The D-pad's good. Trust me on it. How do you do a Tatsumaki? Oh wait, there we go. You can do a Shoryuken. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm not that bad out there. I was just using the wrong button. How do you do it? Yeah, I can even do Tatsumaki. See, this is how you know I only play Smash Brothers, because I only know those moves. So yeah, the D-pad's nice and good. One thing I don't like, and pretty common in reviews, is the shoulder buttons. I personally don't mind them. There's only been 2 situations where they've been unusable for me, and that it was when I had a Game Pass Ultimate. These did not work. They had to be analog for the Game Pass app to recognize them at all. And in Minecraft, they were not recognized at all. So it seems like just kind of a Microsoft problem. And I don't think this thing does not get a whole lot of updates since I've had it for about... I think I've had it for about 3 months now. It's only gotten 2 updates, and they were just bug fixes, and I think a very slight performance update. So I don't think this is going to be fixed. I think the Game Pass app just needs to be updated, and Minecraft you could just remap. For Minecraft, when I play it on here, I basically just use the controls as the new 3DS version. Because you don't need the D-pad for, like, chatting with people playing single player. You just need this for, like, crouching or shifting, and then these to switch the inventory items. And the up, you can just... I have it as a drop. It's a drop an item, so... Other than that, they work alright. On the right, you have your back button and your Ambernick button, which when you press it, it launches the Ambernick launcher, which it's fine. It's a little outdated, though, because I had my old SD card that I had got corrupted, so I had to move all the files into a new SD card, so none of these paths are gonna work, so I'm not gonna really be taking a look at these, unfortunately, but yeah. and you hit the arrow button to go back out. I do like that this thing does have a physical back button. I know that's been a highly wanted button on a device like the Retro Pocket Flip, and having a dedicated back button is nice, so you don't have to like touch your screen a whole lot. And on this side, there is just the volume button. That's it. And one thing I don't like about this is the power button being on the bottom, and it's kind of like recessed. Like, you can't just touch it, which is a good thing, because you don't want to do it accidentally in the middle of an intense gamer session. But I wish it was up here. It could easily go right here. Also, headphone jack on the top. These need to switch positions. This needs to be on the bottom, and this needs to be on the top. Also, no micro HDMI. Not really a big deal for me. I have a projector that I can use through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi hotspot or whatever. So not really a big deal for me. Yeah, that's basically all the buttons. The start and select buttons are pretty just whatever. So they're alright. It's start and select buttons. So let's get into GameCube. So here we are, Mario Kart Double Dash. This is using Dolphin Official, so I don't know why it looks like this, but the game does run very well. There's probably like a graphic setting to fix this. I'm not 100% sure. Usually when there's an issue, it's the enhancement section, or usually something like these. Let's see if that fixed it. No. But Mario Kart, it does run very well in here. You can play this probably in MMJR, but this is Dolphin Official, which I like to use because it has the VBI hack, which syncs all the audio with the frame rate, so you don't have like really crunchy noises. There will be a few dips here and there, but yeah, I would say Double Dash, save for MMJR. You can see I have a lot of games on here, so we're gonna hop into let's try Kirby's Air Ride. So this is Dolphin Official. This actually it's a lot better than what it used to be. It used to be really bad. Everybody like used MMJR. When I had my Retro Pocket 2 Plus, you had to use MMJR at 0.5 resolution. And here you can get some more games at 1x running a lot better. We'll try City Trials. That's like the most demanding part of Kirby Air Ride. Just go default because I'm not gonna spend the whole 5 minutes playing this. Also, while we're here, see, there's a little bit of chugging, but the speakers are actually pretty damn good on this thing. This thing gets nice and loud. This is max volume. And this is definitely playable. It had a little bit of stutters when we started the match, but it is definitely a lot better now. I'm honestly not like the biggest fan of this mode. I like Smash Run a lot more, but it is as nostalgic for a lot of people, and it does run really well in here. This is definitely playable. So if you want to play Kirby Air Ride on the go, which is something I never thought you'd be able to do a couple years ago, this might be a decent option for that. So now we have Smash Brothers Brawl. It runs pretty well. I've had a lot of different results on a lot of different versions of Dolphin, but I would say this one has definitely improved the most. It's still gonna be like texture hacks, but once everything loads up, it's a lot more playable. I've been playing through Subspace on this thing, and it's alright. There's gonna be some texture hacks. You usually can fix a few of those by going graphic settings, not GameCube, but graphic setting, enhancements. Usually I believe it's this one. Alright, not that one. I think it's one of these two. Well, you win some, you lose some. One moment. Alright, it was a different hack that I had on. Literally the one right next to it. It does kind of lower the frame rate a little bit, but I am running this at 2x, so that's why it's looking like this. Probably not the best idea. But it's playable. I wouldn't obviously like play this with any real people, but for like fighting computers, it's fine. optimal. But yeah, I'd say Brawl's alright on here. I give it not really playable, but kind of playable. So we're gonna try a different Wii game. Okay, so the only other Wii game I have on here besides an ISO of Project M is Mario Galaxy 2. This isn't a game that I really like. I don't really like either of the Mario Galaxy games. Kind of a weird take, I know. They kind of feel like cheap to me. They feel like, I don't know. They feel like a Chinese bootleg to me. I don't know why. But, this game runs kind of bad, but I think this would run a lot better than MMJR. And there's no pointer controls. You can shake it. There's a gyro. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can map the IR to your finger, but I'm not exactly sure how you do that. Because I honestly really just had this game on here for this video, so I'm not, like I said, not the biggest Mario Galaxy fan. But I do like the music. But the emulation performance is okay. Like I said, all this is still in Dolphin Official, which is on the Play Store. I believe this is the beta version, so it's as close as you're gonna get. Just if you don't want to like download APK files and everything, you're probably just gonna want it from the Play Store. So I figured that would be the one that I would showcase in this video. So I'm gonna try to get into a level here. So finally, after like 2 minutes, I'm almost into a level. This game is so slow. So here we are in World 1-1. It does run a little bit slow, as you can see when I hit A. Mario doesn't jump basically right away. But I'm sure there's some settings you can mess with to get this game running at full speed or close. Maybe use like a European ROM or something. Legally quiet backup. But yeah, kind of had enough of Mario Galaxy, so we're gonna move on to PS2. So here we are in PS2. This actually took a minute. I had to restart the device just to get that cache memory cleared, so we started it right. So we're on a fresh restart, first app launched. Here we are in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, running at 1.5 upscaled. Probably can't really even tell, but this is a game I've been trying to go through because I'm trying to play all the Kingdom Hearts games, but I haven't actually played this since I went to HarmonyCon. So it's been a minute since I played this. It runs very well, except for cutscenes. Cutscenes are basically near unwatchable. You have to skip them. So, but this is the controversial version of the E4 X2 I have on here, the one with the ads. I actually got a TikTok ad when I opened this up and was immediately disgusted by that. But PS2 does run pretty well in here. I don't have any other ROM. Yep, there it is. There's a TikTok ad. Let me see. What else we got here? We can do Sonic Unleashed. I forgot that version of the game existed. What a weird game. Do I have a save state here? Nope. PS2 runs pretty well on here. It depends on what game you're playing. Heavy games like God of War or whatever aren't gonna run that well, but they do play. I have no idea why this is in Japanese. Okay, we're just gonna skip Sonic Unleashed. So we're here with a different game, not a 3D game, but a 2D game. Rockman the Power Fighters. I found out that this, I have a Japanese BIOS installed in this emulator, and not an American one. Let's see how this runs. I've actually never played this game. It's actually lagging. Huh. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, this is nowhere near full speed. Huh. Maybe it's an underclocking thing. See, these things you gotta mess around with a lot. Yeah, this is not good performance. Kind of shocked by that. Try doing these. Yeah, this is abysmal. This is unplayable. So yeah, that's PS2 out here, I guess. One thing that runs better than that game is actually a very, very few, about maybe a dozen or so perfectly Nintendo Switch games actually run on here. You can finally play your Nintendo Switch games portably for the first time ever. So this is Freedom Planet. Game that's, for some reason, not on Android. I'm not really sure why it's not, but it's not, so... This game runs basically full speed. I actually played this on the Wii U back in the day. But yeah, Switch... At least this game works on here. Any game running in Game Maker Studio I found has not worked. So, or 3D. Any game over about a gigabyte, forget it. It's not gonna run. I tried WarioWare, Switch It Up or whatever, and Kirby Fighters 2, and neither one of those even booted. So, or it did boot and then it crashed. So 2D games are gonna be your best bet on the 505 if you go for that route. But let me launch another game. We got Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe. That's a pretty good game. It's balls hard. This game's gonna run pretty well. It's a 2D Unity game, so you're fucking insane. I like that. So I'm pretty sure this is near full 60. But you can, if you wanted to play this game on here, I'd recommend the 3DS version. That runs flawlessly. You might take a look at here shortly. But yeah, this is kind of hard to play on camera, so next game. Box Boy. Unfortunately, Pizza Tower does not work on here, which is a big sad. But Box Boy and Box Girl works. I think it's one of the rare games to... No, not 60 FPS. But this game does work. So you can play some actual, like, Nintendo non-indie games on here, which is nice. Or not. Okay, that's enough Switch. Okay, so far I'm not doing a very good job making this device look very favorable, but here we got Vita 3K. We're gonna play the most graphically demanding game known to man here. We're gonna play Angry Birds Trilogy. You're probably thinking, what? Why? I don't know, this is a better version that hasn't had the broken physics of the remake or in-app purchases, so this is honestly a pretty solid way to play Angry Birds. Then this is the PS Vita version, and this has the exact same screen as a Vita, which I have right here. About the same size, so, you know, I think Vita games are probably going to look the best on here out of any device. So, Angry Birds runs amazingly! Except there's no text, but you don't really need text. It's Angry Birds. What do you need, a tutorial? I forgot they did those soulless remakes. So check this out, ready? Oh my god, that was so good. I'm such a gamer. Yeah, Angry Birds runs amazingly. 140 FPS on this screen. Runs extremely well. But we could try a bit more demanding Vita game. Sure. Street Fighter X Tekken. Now that is a bit more interesting. This will be the second Capcom game in this video, and this is probably going to run better than the PS2 game did. So how do you like my setup? I'm on a Walmart cheese box. Professional. Alright, do not turn on my PS Vita. Well, this one's already off, so I guess I failed the initiation on that one. So let's take a look at this game. Never really played this game before, not even really on the Vita. Oh, that text is fucked up. Again, you don't really need text. It's a fighting game. Some of the text works, I guess some of it doesn't. So there's also a little bit of flickering at the upper top. This emulator is still in very open beta. And there's a lot of characters in this game. What the hell? They got Pac-Man up in here? So we'll load into a match. I'm not sure if this is supposed to look like this. I guess I could, oh, nope. There they are. Alright, get me into the game already. Bro, why do I need all these costumes? Just load into the game. A million A presses later. Oh, I thought it was gonna crash for a second. When stuff turns green, that's never a good sign. Oh my goodness. I can see why nobody really cared about this game. Considering it takes a minute to get into a match. Okay, maybe I'm being a little harsh. But this was a thing, just reminding you. This is a real thing that happened. They used Pac-Man Party Pac-Man on this game for some reason. And a giant Tekken robot. I forgot the name of the character. But yeah, this is a game that exists. It's a shame Tekken X Street Fighter never came out. We just got Street Fighter X Tekken. Let me kill Kazuya real quick. Button mashing my way through everything with this super good inspired Pac-Man moveset. Him and his famous log that everybody knows Pac-Man for. Incredible. There's a glitch like when you leave a game, go back to the menu, it's going to continue the audio in the background. So, we're in the beta section with Rayman Legends, which is a very good game. Last time I tried this on here, I believe it was extremely broken. There also might be a seizure warning here, because I think this section used to flash very heavily, but it doesn't seem like it is now, in case you caught your eyes closed. But yeah, this is a good game that ported up. And one thing that does suck is that, unlike a Vita, there's no back touch bar. You just got Amber Nick. So, I'm not exactly sure how emulation on that would work. Maybe L3 and R3 for like one half of a thing. I'm not exactly sure. I think this game requires it. And also, I think there's a glitch with the emulator where the touchscreen isn't recognized in this game. Because I looked up a video and there is supposed to be touchscreen functionality. So, there's also all these like glitchy background elements. So, I would say your mileage will vary with this one. Let's jump into a challenge. The gameplay seems to be very smooth. It seems to be at a solid 60. I think that's going to be a common trend, is that games are going to run very well in here, but they're going to have a lot of graphical glitches. This emulator is still being worked on, though, so I can definitely approve. But I would say just still get a regular Vita, because you're supposed to be able to, like, swat these bugs away and everything, but no. Touchscreen does not seem to work in this. So, that's a little unfortunate, but you can definitely get away with playing Rayman Origins on here. I don't have that game installed, but you can definitely get away with that. I'm also bad at this game. I had this game on the Wii U. It's a banger. Nothing's going right! Well, okay, I did say you should be able to. This thing, I swear to God, this device is not that bad. I swear, no. You don't need to emulate the microphone. Still, while this game's loading, just get a Vita. Just get a Vita before they go insanely high up in prices when their shop closes or whatever. Just get a Vita if you want to play Vita. It's gonna be more expensive. Oh my god, no. No, we're not doing this. Nope, 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 nope. We're not doing this. Give me regular Citra. Citra Enhanced. Runs at 1 FPS. 3DS on here is also going to be a nightmare. I would recommend just getting a 3DS or an Odin Lite. Yep. I'm glad to see that they haven't updated this. I actually reported this bug in their server and got banned for reporting this bug, so I could care less if they update this at all or not. Because I still have a regular 3DS. Even though this is probably a better analog stick to wear out than a 3DS's one, so we'll try. This is usually a stage that crashes, so hopefully it doesn't crash. Also, there's no like shortcut to swap the screens like there is. Yeah, this is unplayable. The frame rate's alright. It's about 50. It fluctuates a lot. But man, this is just unplayable. Hopefully this gets improved in the future. It seems like the flickering is a little random. Because now it's actually seeming a little bit better. Oh, yep. Random flickering is random, I guess. If you have low standards, I'd say you could definitely get away playing some Smash 3DS on here. But I'd just stick to Melee or Brawl on here. So there's probably different forks of Citra that you could use instead of this. So if those work, you know, anybody here wants to test it, feel free to test an emulator and let me know in the comments. But man, this is rough, and this is really the only 3DS game I have on here. So besides these Mario 64 ports, and I thought 8-Shop would work on here, but no, it does not. So this is the Mario 64 decomp. But I mean, of course this is gonna run well. It's Mario 64. This plays on everything nowadays, even PS1. So if you want to play Mario 64 3DS without the 3D, that's a cool thing you can do. I might as well look at one more port. Let me grab this real quick. This thing can run Sonic Mania. It's kind of becoming like a meme game to run on this channel, is what can run Sonic Mania and what can't. So, though this is better than the 351 version, because this one I can actually load mods, but this specific Sonic Mania thing took forever to find. Like the APK that actually works. As you can see here, we got the Misfits pack. And this is a mod that adds like neglected zones in here, so we'll go to the best one here. Wacky Workbench. So if you can find the good working Sonic Mania APK and put your legally dubbed games here, you can actually have a very good experience with Sonic Mania on here. It looks fantastic on this OLED screen. Plus you get mod support. And it's portable. And it runs, you know, of course it's gonna run perfectly. It's a decomp, but also those little blue balls, that's a mod texture issue. That's not in Sonic. That's part of the mod. That's not the actual game. There's nothing to do with that. So this runs perfect. This is great. You could probably look up a guide on how to set this up. I found this on just YouTube, like having in Sonic Mania Android. So if you want to set that up, YouTube's your friend. Google has some viruses and some sketchy stuff, so honestly, just look it up on YouTube. Yeah, Sonic Mania, it's gonna run well in here. So there's a bunch of Android games. I don't really play a lot of Android games, so I'm good at video games. An area. Look, you can play a game out here without it crashing or having texture issues. Wow, I'm impressed. This is totally worth $150. Actually, I still think it honestly, without any memeing, definitely is worth the price. Because, you know, you still get a full-fledged Android operating system with full access to the Google Play Store. You can also play Shredder's Revenge on here, which is cool. I don't have a Netflix account. But don't tell anybody this version is modded to not need it. Woo! Love the modders. Screw Netflix. So, you just can't play online, I don't think. I mean, you might be able to. Let's see, can you? Yeah, you could. It looks like you can play online too. I actually do own this game legitimately. I bought it on the Series S. Yeah, Series S. Yeah, you can play online on here. So that's cool. I thought you needed a Netflix account to play online, but I guess not. This is a game I need to just beat already. I've played it on and off so many times. Oh, that is some icky ping. Well, I can hear the game, but it sounds like they won. Proud of them. Okay, well, that's some good gameplay. Yeah, good game. Good device. Yep. So to wrap it up, this is a good device. Anything up until I'd say maybe Sega Saturn, which I haven't showed off. I'll play a game while I'm like wrapping things up on here. Let me get in here. I know I have a Saturn ROM on here. Yep. We'll load up Daytona, sure. And I will load up Sonic R. That's funnier. No. But this thing can handle everything up to Saturn and Dreamcast, I'd say pretty perfectly. And they're gonna look good on this nice screen since it's kind of 4x3. I'm not exactly sure what the exact resolution is, because doing research beforehand for a review is cringe. So yeah, this thing's definitely gonna be able to play everything up into Sega Saturn and Dreamcast very well. It's gonna struggle with PS2, obviously. If you get an older version of E4SX2, I think it'll run a little bit better. Dolphin, there's all kinds of forks and versions of Dolphin, so you can probably get your favorite game on there to at least hit half speed. Definitely use European ROMs, though. God, this game is jank as fuck. And Nintendo Switch, I'd say forget it. You can play a few 2D games on there, but you're not gonna have any luck with 3D games. I even tried a 3D game called Tori, which is like a really tiny game. I think it's like 50 megs or something, and didn't even want to work, so not gonna have much luck there. GameCube, honestly, yeah, GameCube works pretty well in here. Despite what all the other reviewers will tell you, just gotta configure some stuff. So, I'd say GameCube's playable. Definitely nowhere near perfect. I believe somebody's starting to develop a Wii U emulator, so it'll be interesting to see what it'll run when that comes out. PS Vita is definitely something to keep an eye out, because the games did run well. It's just that they all had texture issues and crashes, which are pretty standard for brand new emulators. There's a lot of kinks to work out, so I would say Vita is playable. More playable than the Switch, at least. There's also, I forgot to include it because this video is already long enough, but there's some audio glitches going on in this game. Exagear, which lets you run 32-bit Windows applications. So I actually had Mugen running on here before, but that's too much of a pain in the ass to set up for this. So maybe another time. So, and also like any Android ports are gonna work well, like Doom and Mega Man games, and probably even the Source ports run pretty well. I don't know why this game has so much audio glitching, but you're definitely going to be able to get a lot out of this. But I would say with the new RP3 Plus update, bumping a lot of performance up. I don't have one of those, but I would say maybe a week ago this was a good competitor, but now I definitely think that the R3 Plus beats this out definitively. But this is still a good thing to get if you can get it for about $120 to $130. I would not pay the full $150 that they're asking for this thing. Honestly, I don't think it's worth that much. But yeah, this is an alright device. I would give it a B plus. I think is the best rating I can give this thing, because there are a lot of hardware limitations compared to other devices, like no micro HDMI, the power button being in a stupid place, still with these shoulder buttons, the power button being all the way down here, and the bottlenecking performance, I guess. I mean, it's alright. I would definitely wait for a sale, though, or pick up an R3 Plus. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations, you made it to the most unhinged RG505 video probably on the whole platform. So, Amanik, if you see this video somehow, send me free stuff, please. I'll review anything. I think a friend of mine wants me to review $10 bills, and I'll do it. I'll review anything. Send me some free stuff. Send me what is it called? Send me a 280V or something, I'll review it. I don't care. Alright, thank you for watching this extremely long video.